Alright, another kinda big Dokkovan stream reveal, this time another crossover dress unit for Vairina. So let's begin. But first, cards for the last few days, which one of them is actually the day after the Dokkovan stream. Going over some of the decent stuff for a Dragon Empire order card, Persistent Wish. Grade 2 normal order, and you play it by counterblasting 1 and discarding a card. Choose 2 crossover dress units from your drop zone and put them back to your hand. It's a decent recycler, I'm not gonna lie. The only problem is that you probably won't have the room to run it, considering that you also have to play prayer dragons too. But it can be a decent tech option, and you might be wanting to fill some stuff in the drop zone because of Nirvana Jiva. Next, for a Lyrical Monasterio reveal, because for some reason we're getting those already, Knight Died with Large Circles Palmyra. Grade 2, 9k power, and the skill is auto. When discarded from your hand during your turn, you may put this card into your soul. Depending on the deck, this can be useful, but it's just a generic card, just depending on what deck you want to run it with. And now for the Dokkovan cards, let's start off with the Stokeia card, that being Performing Pedal Dianza. Grade 1, 8k power, and the skills auto. When placed from hand, if your Vanguard is grade 3 or greater, cost counterblast 1, choose a grade 3 or lower unit from drop zone and call it to rearguard. Very helpful, and it's generic. Second skill, count rearguard. During your turn, if you have 2 or more grade 1 or lower rearguards in your back row, this card gets us 5k. It's just standard for boosting, so this is guaranteed to happen for pretty much any Stokeia deck other than maybe Magnolia, but this being a generic grade 3 card that could just call any card from the drop zone is very nice. At least that is not grade 4, because grade 4s exist indeed. And now to the new crossover dress stuff, we start off with the Prayer Dragon Shield Equipped Dragon by skill. Grade 1, 8k power, and skills auto. When the outer dress card is retired from rearguard or guardian during your opponent's turn, cost Soul Blast 2, call this card to open rearguard. It can be nice that you can get a Prayer Dragon back so you can perform crossover dress again. It's just a very specific condition, and this card is meant for the next card. That being Rigid Wall Equipped Bilz Vairina. Grade 2, 10k power, and skills. It crossover dress with Trickstar and a Prayer Dragon with the skill of auto. When placed on rearguard in crossover dress state, choose 1 crossover dress ability from your drop zone other than itself and put it to your hand. Very nice for recycling, and it kind of nullifies the need for the order card, but getting more recycle is always really good. And considering the art design with the shield and how the card was designed for the Prayer Dragon, the second skill is obviously going to be much more defensive, where it's count rearguard. This unit in crossover dress state cannot be chosen by your opponent's card abilities, and it gets plus 5k power and 10k shield, and it's activated on your opponent's turn too. Design wise, it feels a lot like Urger, because I see the blue theme on the card, and seeing how the 2 previous crossover dress Vairinas seem to be designed based on the first set Vairinas other than Arcs, I'm seeing a little trend here. Will we see the ultimate crossover dress Vairina eventually? Who knows? But overall, I do like that they added another Vairina crossover dress option, because I got a little worried with just 2, and 2 is decent enough for 1 set, but the third one is just an added bonus, because just more units the better right now. And of course, you want the deck to be as functional as possible, and also because you need some defensive purposes, because you're going to be lacking a lot of units, because you're going to be using 2 units for 1. So adding a recycle with this is pretty nice for double crossover dress. So that's it for these reveals. What do you guys think about the new Bilz Vairina and the crossover dress mechanic so far? I already like OverDress as a mechanic, and crossover dress is an evolution of it, and I do like the idea. My only problem is that it is a completely new deck compared to regular OverDress, so it is very tempting right there, and I don't want to build another Dragon Empire deck that is pretty much exactly the same as the other one. And it does have a cool concept too, and I still like it. And the new Vairina is just overall cool. It's nice that the defensive use is very defensive, because your opponent cannot choose it by card abilities, and the recycling really helps out a lot. And it also lets you double cross OverDress possibly as well, much easier. So you definitely must run this. But other than that, that's it for this, and see you all next time.